Hey guys, Kapper here, and this next update you're about to see planting food plots is not going to be your really nice and pretty polished food plotting video with all big brand new machinery and stuff. It's going to be real. I do have a brand new tractor, which is awesome. Yes, I know some people like that. But everything else after that today is with very minimal big equipment, if you will. It's all with the ATV. I've got an old cultipacker, I've got an ATV seeder, and I've got an old drag that I welded up myself to do these plots. So you're going to see the ups and downs, how it really happens, because there's been a lot of issues today, even with good equipment. One piece of equipment failed, a newer piece of equipment. So if you want to see it all happy-go-lucky and all polished food plotting and that, well, you might as well hit the stop button now, because I'm going to show you how it really is when you're managing land on your own, and to try and just make it better than, well, basically your neighbors. I mean, that's what your goal is, obviously. You want to provide good habitat and basically give the deer something that your neighbors don't have. So let's check it out, the Project 211 update. It's about halfway planted as of right now. Stay tuned. And so, as it usually goes, I finally get ready to go out and do some work at 211, and I put the Coyote tiller on, and it's leaking like a sieve. I topped off the fluid. There's the window right there, because it looked low, and it's leaking like a sieve right down in here. And so it appears that the gasket is being held on by this plastic shroud, which would be ridiculous, but we'll see. Matt's going to try and snug that up anyways and see what happens. Okay, so we had to trim some of this plastic shroud off. Now keep in mind, to avoid dismantling this entire thing so I can get out and do some work, and Matt got a wrench in there, and it just keeps smashing the seal in. Very poor design here. This plastic shroud is what holds the oil seal, if you will, in there. Why a plastic cover is holding a oil gasket is kind of beyond me. But anyways, plan B now. I need to get this done, so I'm going to take it out there. I'm going to go buy a, I don't know, probably a gallon or so of fluid. I'm going to keep hitting it and keep tilling and keep hitting it and tilling, just to get it done, and then I'll get this repaired. Boy, maybe it was a good thing I traded in the Coyote when I did. Who knows? Check this out. The tourists and the summer travelers have hit our small town. Mickey D's is packed at lunchtime. But me, I'm headed way out in the country. Hey guys, Kapper here. Well, it's Monday, August 6th, and a little bit of a rough start here with the tiller leaking, but I'm at 211, and my plan is to kind of limp the tiller along and get each plot tilled just once. I'm only going to try to loosen up the top, okay? Just so I can get the seeds planted, and then take the tractor back home. Just topped off the diesel and this stuff. It was like $100 and some just for one round of fuel. But good news is I believe we have this leased, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that. But let's go do some tilling and see how the tiller holds up. That's a beautiful sight right there, all lined up nicely on the rig. Okay, I'm on my first go around, and I learned some things already with the tiller and the Branson. First thing is that I can definitely notice the horsepower increase, which is nice. But the second thing is, look at that top link. I found out I tilted it back just to prevent it from leaking in that leak, but it only cuts down about 3 or 4 inches. much more consistent with it tilted all the way back. So that's a real nice little bonus right now. And you could see one pass is going to be just perfect for these fall plots. So looking good so far. Alright, first one down. This is some absolutely beautiful dirt. This first one couldn't have been maybe 15-20 minutes or so. Got some really nice, you know, there's a clay component, but for out here, this is really nice looking dirt. And let me show you the angle I'm using. You see how I got it tilted back just a little? You could see the leak is still dribbling. It's actually down to a near straight pour right now, which is wonderful. So I'll tilt it back a little more. I mean, my glass window, it's still about half full or so. Tilt it back for the ride over to the next one, and we'll try it again. You could see everything is kind of browned off from that first spraying, although there's still a lot of green surviving, but it's doing its job. Alright, plot number 2. This is probably one of the roughest ones out of them all. This was really rough. I wanted to go over it twice, but I'm pushing my luck already with the tiller. So we'll keep forging ahead. I'm going to add some more fluid in that differential and keep moving. So that right there was a big stump hole. And I really wish I could do more filming today, but with all that oil leaking, I just can't. But you go around the edges and you soften the edges up with that stump hole, and then you keep filling it in, and it's really helps to level out a plot when you till it like this. So that's really good news right there. Look at that beautiful corn plot over there. Beautiful destination plot. Let's go check the fence and maybe just till a small spot around the edge. Okay, here's the main destination plot at 211. The cobs aren't doing as good as my place, but look at this, it's 7-8 foot tall, and the fence was on, so good for that. And here's what I wanted to show people, that the weeds and stuff aren't what's shorting it out. So occasionally you'll have a leaf touching the fence. Well, obviously the current just burns it up a little bit, and that's the end of it. But either way, I'm still taking a walk around to clear it once more, and won't be too much longer now, and we'll have decent size cobs growing on here, and we'll be in good shape. So this could be a huge success. We'll know here in a few more weeks. So I basically went around and hand plucked the entire edge. Any corn leaves that were close, just break them off about a foot or so away from the wire. That ought to give it a few more weeks of clean spacing anyways. So we'll see how it goes. We'll check in next time. Right now though, she's looking really good. Really nice. I mean, I don't know what kind of corn I got. A lot of these have 2 cobs growing on each stem. I mean, there's a couple doubles. I mean, I've noticed quite a few doubles. Right here, there's 2 doubles right next to each other. I think I got last year's leftover from a farmer, or from the co-op, I should say. So I had to quit. I got 3 plots done, and now look at this thing. Let me see if I could show you the pile of you know what. Now there's like, you could see light in the gap there, and that means dusty clay, and that's getting in there possibly, so I have to shut everything down right now so I could at least hopefully save this machine and get it fixed without ruining it. So I'll have to leave the tractor here, load the disc with the excavator on a trailer, and then bring it back and disc the rest of this. It never can go smoothly. You guys know that. It just never can go smooth. So let's pack up, head back home, probably continue on tomorrow or the next day.